Alright guys, what is up? It is Nate. Today we are mic'd up, so I really hope this works and I don't have to use the GoPro audio, because I know some people were commenting about the fact that it was, breaking out and stuff, because it has like wind detection, and so when I hit bumps, or if it gets loud, it just kind of cuts out, and then it takes a while to come back. So I'm doing the voice memo on my phone, and then I'm mic'd up, so hopefully it's better. Anyways, today's talk is about, you probably always hear you can do anything, believe it, achieve it, you can achieve anything, right? You probably hear that all the time. Well, I'm here to explain why. I'm here to explain why that is, because understanding is what will allow you to take action. Because, someone can tell you what to do, but if you don't understand why you're doing it, you're not likely to keep doing it, right? If you didn't know anything about fitness, and someone told you, oh, you need to go into this big room with a bunch of weights, and you need to throw them around every day until it hurts, and you need to do that every single day. Like, if you didn't know what benefit that brought, you'd be like, well, why in the world would I do that, right? So you'd be like, no. But then if someone's like, oh, well, this will cause you to, if you go in there and you do this, if you go in there and you lift weights, it'll cause your muscles to get bigger. Then people are like, oh, okay, I'll do that. So that's what I'm trying to do for you guys right now, is explain to you why and how you can achieve anything, and why it's not just a corny saying. So basically, you kind of have to think of life as a game, almost. And we're a bunch of characters. I know it sounds silly, but we're a bunch of characters, and it's a game of awareness. And if you're unfamiliar with mindset and stuff, awareness may sound like a foreign word, but basically awareness is what you're aware of, right? So if you want to be more fit, you have to be more conscious, more aware of what you're eating. You have to be more aware of your physical activity, right? So it's the same way with money and everything else, is you have to become more aware of it. So if someone who makes $50,000 a year doesn't make $50,000 a year because they want $50,000, they make $50,000 because they don't know how to make 100, right? If they could make 100, they would be doing it. So it's just a matter of awareness, because you can do it, right? The way for you to do it's here, because creation is finished. So it's not a matter of can you, it's a matter of how do you, right? So it's like, it's not, I wonder if I can make 100,000 in a year. It's, I know I can, I just don't know how. Which you might be like, well, how does that help me? Well, that's what I'm here to share, is the way for you to do it already exists. The version of you, making that dream income or living that dream life is already here. Everything you need to get there is already existent. So you're not creating, you're not trying to, create these new things. You're simply rearranging molecules, essentially. You're rearranging energy. And so the way that you raise your awareness to achieve whatever you want, and I know I probably am losing you guys, because it's probably a lot of foreign terms. I'm trying to break it down as much as I can, but it's pretty complex, because it's the way the world works. And the world, if you can't tell, you look outside, it's pretty complex. So you raise your awareness by thinking, because your thoughts, as you think, you travel, right? That's a fact. So you become what you think about. Everybody can agree upon that. And so the way for you to be who you want to be is you have to become that person in the present moment before you have the physical results, because that will put you on the frequency, that'll put you on the vibration, that'll put you on the level of the person that you want to be, because you're currently them, right? You may not have the physical results. You may say, I want to be a millionaire, and you're like, okay, I'm a millionaire. Yeah, you may not have $1 million in your wallet, but you're a millionaire right now, in the present moment. In the present moment's all you have. The future is an illusion, and the past is an illusion, right? It's all gone. You can't prove that it was here. It's already gone. You can't replay it, right? You can have videos and stuff, but you can't literally relive the past. So technically, the future and the past are all an illusion. So literally, all you are guaranteed, all that you ever have, is now. So why are you going to spend the now wanting to become? No. That's where everyone it's so twisted. You're not becoming something. You are that person now. But there's no rule that says you have to have the physical, results to then become that person. No, there's not a period. Everything connects. Everything's like a rainbow. All the levels of frequencies are like a rainbow. They all connect. So you can tap into any frequency you want right now, because there's no wall that's blocking you. So you have to think as the person who you want to be. You have to think the thoughts they would think. You have to create the habits they would have. You have to become that person now, before you have any physical results to back up that claim. And then that's what brings the physical results. And that's when everyone gets so backed up and twisted and backwards, whatever the word is. because everybody says, I want to be a millionaire. Okay, well, let me tell you a little secret. Your mind, sorry, I just touched the mic. That might have been loud. The mind doesn't have a sense of time. There's no such thing as time in the spiritual world, okay? So you saying, I want to be this, is just simply saying to your mind, I do not have that, I am not that, I'm longing for that, and guess what? The things that you are chasing are running from you. You can't chase, you have to attract. You have to let things come into your life. You have to let things flow into your life. That's how you're going to be successful. That's how you're going to achieve things. And let me get a drink because I'm talking really fast. I'm trying to get a headache. But I'll try to slow it down a little bit, but it gets me excited. So it's just a matter of awareness, right? It's not a matter of skill. It's not a matter of how much money you have. It's not a matter of where you live, where you grew up, where your parents, raised you. Doesn't matter what school you went to. Doesn't matter if you went to school. None of this matters at all, because it's a matter of awareness. So if you have the ability to hold an image in your mind, and you have the ability to think like that person, you have the ability to hold these images and constantly, remind yourself, I am this person, because at first it's going to be so unfamiliar, right? I've said in many of my videos, my main goal that I've been pounding into my mind is that I'm going to make $100,000 a month. And the main reason I picked that goal was because it scared the crap out of me when I first thought of it. And it was the first thing that came to my mind. And I thought about making $100,000 a month, and my stomach turned upside down. I said, that's the one. And so that's the goal I stuck with. And at first, when I would say I am making $100,000 a month, right? I am a millionaire, and I am making $1 million a year. And I don't like to use the word making, I say earning. My bad, I kind of messed that up. But I am earning $100,000 a month. I am earning $1 million a year. It sounds so funky, and it sounds, you're just lying to yourself. But let me give you an example of why this works. So, someone who's raised and born and raised and around crime a lot, they at first see the crime as wrong, and then eventually they don't do anything about it, but they aren't necessarily committing the crime. And then after a while, they are also committing the crime because they don't see the problem with it. Because you become what you think about, you become what you are surrounded by if you don't change your mind, right? If you don't have a outer shell guarding your mind, then whatever you're around is going to affect you internally. And let me tell you a little secret, that's how everyone lives. Nobody's training their mind, nobody's guarding their mind. Everyone just lets everything straight into their subconscious mind. You're scrolling on TikTok as you fall asleep, you're just letting all of that into your subconscious mind. You wake up, you go on your phone, all that's going in your subconscious mind. And that is your programming. And so if you're not actively programming your mind, if you are not planting new seeds, like Napoleon Hill said, idle mind is the devil's workshop. And the reason why he says that